Hello everybody and welcome to, finally, Worlds Adrift. I'm 8x-Speed and holy cow, I've been waiting for this game for a long time. Let's dive right in. I'm going to create a character. Oh man, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm finally creating a Worlds Adrift character. I cannot tell you how long it has been that I've been wanting to do this. Alright, skin tone. Let's be a little bit tan. There we go. Tan fella. Like a sailor. Hair. Facial hair. He's got to have facial hair. Like that. Hair color. There we go. Whoa. Do we like the pigtails? And the man bun? I don't know. How are we going to hair this fellow? That's kind of a still man bun. Very, very man bun. Like that? No, that's like that. Hercules. That's what I think of. I don't know. Why is that a Hercules sort of image? I can't even properly commentate this. I'm so excited. Oh, okay. All right. No. No. Weird. No, not quite. Huh. I'm actually seriously considering this. I'm considering. Should I do it? Should I go with this? I kind of like it. I don't know, man. With the braid? Ooh, look at that sexy braid. Alright, I'm doing it. There, we'll do that. Face. Which face? Serious face. Kind of like the scars. I'm gonna go with the scars. Marking. Marking? No marking? Clothing. What should I go with? Ooh, I can color it? No way. I can color his clothing. That kind of rocks. Huh. These are features that were not a thing before. At all. In any way, shape, or form. Let's go back to the body clothing. Let's make the primary that. Secondary that. So it's a blue thing over the white. And then the legs, make them also the white. Yeah, that's good. That's proper colors for my guild. That's proper guild colors, I think. With the clothing, do I want to go with maybe... Well, that's better, actually. Ooh, that's actually really good. Ooh, I like that. That's good and proper. This guy looks like a sailor. Oh, yeah. Let's go put him in US West. Character creation. Can I redo any... Can I change any of this later? I have no idea. Oh, well. That looks like 8x-Speed. That'll work. All right. We're doing this. This cannot be changed later. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Screw it. Confirm. Yeah! That's my dude! Oh, he looks so badass. I'm so happy about this, guys. It's been so long. I'm finally actually doing it. Wait, founders. Oh, cool. Interesting. I probably should have checked out that creator content. That might have helped with this video. I don't know. What is the creator content good for? Anyway. Well, no more pussyfooting around. Let's do this. What? I get to watch my character run away. Oh, wow. This is cool. This is so cool. This load time is going to be a little bit long. I should probably cut through this. Well, okay, so basically what I decided to do was to take the 2 hours of video that I recorded after I did get into the game and just throw it all at you at 8x speed. Here you go. You can see me flying away on the deck of somebody else's ship. Some very kind player let me use his ship. And I just gathered some fuel for him, you know, paid him for the journey. You know, there's something really cool about the very chill atmosphere of the game. And as long as you're not being screwed with by somebody, as long as you're not being shot at, it's really calm. You know, it's very atmospheric. And of course, it's just awesome flying ships around. I love these ships. I like this guy's ship. It's a very nice ship. Of course, it had a problem. We could not get the thing up to altitude. We were trying to reach this island. And we were just too low to get to it. And you see it there? And the problem that we were having was that the ship had 1,000 kilograms of buoyancy. That was its load tolerance. And it weighed 999 kilograms. It's like within a kilogram of its weight tolerance. So the thing could not rise. It couldn't gain any friggin' altitude. Eventually, I tried to get on the helm and sort of, you know, spin the thing around and get it around to here. This is me doing that right now. No, what was I doing? Here we go. Here we go. So I try to crank it up, spin it, try to get some altitude, some angle on the thing so that the engines are pushing the thing up. And here we go, and it's just not going. I ended up just random respawning. Anyway, so that's a tip for you guys. If you want to be able to gain some altitude, give yourself some leeway on your weight tolerance. So this is another island. I just random respawned. Actually, no, wait. I crew beaconed to a buddy of mine named Musu. And here we go. So here you can see really sort of the real gameplay loop of the game. So I grab some resources. I come over here. I scan some stuff. Gather some things from chests. This is really what the game is like in terms of its actual gameplay. Its actual practical gameplay. You're going to spend a lot of time hunting around for resources. You're going to spend a lot of time scanning things and looking for knowledge. And then, once you've got all that pro inventory management going on there, once you've got all that together, you can actually build a ship and cruise around. I really like flying, and I really like exploring, so this game really does something for me. I hope you guys don't mind the frantic, fast speed of the video. But I thought this is a good way of kind of showing you a real full look at what the gameplay cycle is like and what it's going to be like for you. You know, without making you sit through 2 hours of video, because that was really how long it took to get to do anything really interesting, or anything that would look good on it. This game, for all that it's wonderful, it doesn't make a very good spectator sport so much. Yeah, here we go. A thing about those resource nodes, you always want to blast the core, the center of those things. So take them on all the way. And very often, they have an Atlas shard. You want to collect that Atlas shard. Atlas shards, they're good in trade, and they're good. They're necessary, especially later in the game, to build more advanced Atlas cores. So this is me actually shaping and building a ship. And you can see me kind of actually choosing the shape of the thing, and it shows up as a wireframe. And I can choose what materials to put into the thing. Now, your actual material choices, those matter. Those actually have an effect on the weight and the performance of your parts. So you can imagine, you know, steel is a bit tougher than iron, about the same weight as iron, but a bit tougher. Tin is a little bit lighter, but it's a kind of a soft metal. It doesn't hold up to stress as well. Some metals will boost stats. In the previous version of this game, gold, for all that it's heavy, soft metal, for some reason it would really boost stats. It didn't help with resilience, like it didn't help with the actual health of the parts very much, but it would help with performance. I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's still the case in this version. Some things have definitely changed. I know that. Oh, goody, more inventory management. Good. Now, just in that Just right there, you a little bit of a rough takeoff there. Just in that, you saw me do the complete job of building and setting up a ship. Chose where all the parts go, and just with that, I've got a working ship. This is me taking some screenshots. Oh my god, I didn't cut this out. Whatever, now you get to see me taking screenshots. Raw and uncut. You guys get to see everything. Alright, good. I really, really like the way my character looks. I think I was showing off to somebody in Discord. Oh, this is a good way, by the way, of gaining some altitude. You see how I'm forcing the nose of my ship up by providing some weight at the back. I'm actually swinging off of it using my grapple. And I use that one sail to push. It'll push the ship forward, but it'll also help gain some altitude that way. And that worked. That actually got me up. That actually helped push me up to altitude. And of course, this ship is very, very lightweight. So the core itself, just the Atlas core, is able to help float the ship upward and downward as it needs to go. There we go. So more island exploration, more resource gathering, the usual stuff. A few dead animals hanging around here and there. And at some point, I'm actually going to meet up with my buddy. Oh, and I bought an engine schematic. At some point, I'm going to have to take that ship and I'm going to have to upgrade it to actual engines. I don't know how I'm going to fit everything on there for that. Scan everything, by the way, is a rule. All the rocks, even the rocks. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's there, if it's a thing, scan it. Oh, there's my buddy. There's Musu. There he is. Look at his gorgeous ship. You can't see it very well. But he really has a beautiful ship going there. Yeah. Of course, he had to check out mine. He loved mine. He loved how fast mine was. Yeah, there we go. See, now that's another really critical part of this game. Something that's really, really important about it. It's showing off your stuff to other people. You know, and World's Drift players really admire good ship design. You'll get a lot of admiration for having good ship design. If you've got a good sense, good head for design, you're gonna get some kudos for that. Off in the distance there, you can see the storm wall, that big black wall. You don't want to go in there unless you've got a very large ship. It's all decked out, lots of engine power, and lots of parts. Because you've got kind of an RNG situation. There's a random number generator sort of situation. Because flying a ship into one of those big black storm walls it'll get you lightning strikes, and the lightning strikes will strike random parts of your ship. So if you got a lot of little armor plates all over your ship, and you've got enough of those versus actual critical parts, then you can influence the random number generation so that you're more likely to be struck in non-critical areas. So larger ships with a lot of parts on them are much more likely to survive. Much more likely to survive. Wind walls, which are the more transparent walls, you really just need a ship that's heavy enough and has enough engine power. If you've got some wings to help you stabilize, and if you've got plenty of engine power, and you've got plenty... Wow, those sirens out there. That's a lot of sirens. If you've got lots of engine power and you've got a fairly stiff and heavy ship and wings to stabilize, you can get through wind walls very, very easily. You won't have much trouble with wind walls. More engine power, of course, is better. More wings is better. It really just depends on how heavy you can make the ship, which depends on what upgrades you've collected so far for your Atlas core, the actual floaty part that makes the whole ship float. Oh boy, this is a gorgeous island too. Yeah, you want to check all that wreckage, all those things. You want to scan all the little bits, all the little decorative bits on the island, because those get you knowledge that you can use to unlock your knowledge tree. Now we're going to get into some engineering. I got some better metal. I got a lot of tin from my friend, and since tin is quite a bit lighter weight, I decided to just rebuild my entire ship and just use tin for everything. And that shaved things down. I think I took the ship from 350 something kilograms down to a little under 300. And then added some wings and things. See, you can add some parts. If you're using lighter metals, you can generally build a bigger ship without taking so much of a penalty to your ability to maneuver. So that's the trade-off. Of course, lighter metals don't tend to be as tough, as strong. Like in the real world, titanium. It's a nice, lightweight metal. It's about as strong as steel. That's why titanium is so valuable. But aluminum isn't much tougher. It's about as tough as like copper or something, but it's super lightweight. So you take aluminum and you do your best to treat it, and you make it as stiff as you possibly can. You know, that's your metallurgical work. You know, you've got various processes for making metals stiffer. And then you've got a metal, it's still kind of soft. It's not that tough a metal, but since it's so lightweight, the strength to weight ratio is pretty good for a metal like that. You know, steel, on the other hand, it's fairly heavy, but stiff as hell. And those numbers and those characteristics actually translate pretty well over into this game. For instance, if you want a ship that can resist heat very, very well, if you want the engines not to suffer from heat, build them out of tungsten. And tungsten is just about your best metal. It's heavy as hell, dense as hell, very, very tough metal, very, very high melting point, does not weaken until it gets very, very hot. And that's real world. That's real world stuff. But it actually translates to the game. They've actually done a pretty good job of translating those characteristics into the game. So if you know some things about metals, if you know some things about metallurgy, you're not going to be lost when you're trying to decide what materials to build out of what. Even the types of wood, by the way, have an effect. Like I'm building these wings out of hemlock, which is a relatively lightweight wood. It's not completely weak, but it's very lightweight. So I'm using that for. And of course, all these low tier parts. You know, this looks pretty junky. This is a pretty junky looking ship. And if you would prefer to have a more sleek and sexy looking ship, you can accomplish that. You can do that, but you're going to have to get your tech level up. Like later on, you're going to get engines that are all sexy and have like, they look like jet engines. And they sound like jet engines. Very nice engines. You get wings that really look like wings. You know, you get, you deck yourself out in nice, smooth looking hull panels made out of aluminum or titanium. Whoop! A little freeze there. And you can make some really sexy looking ship designs. There we go. So you can see the general sort of way that gameplay goes. Again, this is 2 hours of gameplay. And what do? You go from one island to the next, collect resources, you collect knowledge, you explore. The islands, of course, they're so varied. There's so many different types of islands, and they're all different. This was fun. This was a whole cave network. And at the end of it, I actually found... You're going to see it here. Where is it? There it is! The golden chest! Ha-ha! Yeah, a couple of chests. That was cool. And then, of course, I had to climb my way all the way back out. You're going to find those. There are cave systems. Sometimes very hidden cave systems on islands. So watch out for that. Here we go. Got to explore all the ruins. Got to check out all the things. Grab the metals. Yeah. Grab the knowledge thing. Ooh, it's getting a little bit choppy there. Yeah, this was tons of fun. This is actually a really great couple of hours. I don't know if this... Maybe this doesn't look like super fun gameplay to you. You know? But for me, God... And what really makes it a lot better is having somebody... Just a good person to actually play with. One of the reasons why I didn't actually show you the raw video with the audio and everything else, because I was on Discord with friends, and oh, there were dirty jokes. There were so many dirty jokes. I wanted to spare you guys their dirty jokes. Yeah. Sails have gotten a real boost. If you're familiar with the alpha testing previous, sails will actually give you quite a bit more of a boost. But the wind patterns are trickier. The wind patterns will move around on you, and they're not as reliable as they used to be. So you're going to have a harder time actually getting a good sailing angle and getting your sails full of wind. And keep something in mind, never go straight into the wind. If you're trying to get upwind, you're going to want to cut in at an angle and then cut back on another angle. That's called tacking. It's a standard tactic. If you've ever sailed an actual sailing boat, it's pretty much that same theory. You wanna take your ship, you wanna angle it off so you get a good sailing angle and you get a lot of speed up. And then you take off at that angle. And then, when you've got a good sailing angle to get back the other way, you want to tack back. You want to turn back toward the island you're going for. And at that point, you should have good speed heading in toward that island. Oh, and look at this cool island. These are handmade islands. Players made these things. Look at this big sort of weird, sort of a ball of strand. Oh, this. We were trying to measure exactly how long the grappling hook cable is. It was a little bit clumsy at it, but we got an okay idea. We think it's somewhere between 30 and 50 meters. It's very useful, very precise measurement. But anyway, these handcrafted islands, they're just endless. There's literally thousands of these things, and they're all handcrafted. You're just never going to run out of handmade, community-made art to look at. Because every single one of these islands is different. And some of them have got a real story behind them. Some of them are really, you look at them and you kind of try to fit them into the universe's lore. And they're just they're kind of mind-boggling. Beautiful art. Well, that was clumsy. That got me killed. But anyway, you can really tell that a lot of art, a lot of artistry has gone into this game. Anyway, I think that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much for watching and putting up with 2 entire hours of video. It's not the usual way I'm going to do Worlds Adrift videos, but with this particular one, that was really the only way I could use this footage and actually show you anything useful. More videos to come. I'll try to make them a little bit more polished. See you guys in the next video. Good night.